Hi all, welcome back. Red Storm, Dark Blue Defection, Scenario 2, Good Old Uncle Sam. This is part 14. We've pretty much got things sorted. Well, we do have the one Warsaw Pack flight, MiG-21s. They're undamaged. They've still got 2 aircraft in their flight. But we've dealt with all the SAMs. We've got heavy damage on them all anyway. Didn't manage to completely destroy them, but so pretty good. And yeah, I'm just putting together part 13 there, so it's not quite uploaded or anything yet, so I've just come straight back. And I thought I'd just push on and see if we can get this finished. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, because nobody's had a chance to comment yet, because I'm doing quite a bit just now. So random event phase, let's do that. Yeah. See what we get. We've got 10. Oh, you're having a laugh. We know what that is, eh? That's the one that, what is it called? Command Confusion. Right, so roll 1d10 again. 1 to 6 it's Warsaw Pact, which is what we want, and then that'll be just nothing happens. However, if it's 7 to 10, then we may not initiate air-to-air combat this turn. So here we go. It's a 3. Good. Warsaw Pact again. So twice we've got lucky with that. So no command confusion. Nothing happens basically, because the bot doesn't do anything about it. Okay. Next step. No jamming phase. Detection phase. Roll to detect. Well, I suppose, yeah, we've got what's his name? Vegas flight's running away. He's undetected. He's at deck though, so he's going to get the -4. Flight at deck in Rougher Mountain, which he is. He's in Rough, so he gets a -4 to this on the C column. Yeah, on the C column, -4. Rolled a 10, -4, 6. So that's no. So he stays okay. The MiG-21, does it have a radar? Yeah, its range is only 4 though. So yeah, and it's not facing the right way. So I don't think. Standard visual radar search EWR. Yeah, no, and the other flights are detected anyway, so that's fine. Right, moving on. In the movement phase, right. So let's roll for initiative 1 to 6. It'll be NATO. That dice is cocked, so I'm going to roll it again. Well, if anything, it looked like it might have been a 10. It's ended up a 10. So that is Warsaw Pact, yeah. So draw initiative check. So as long as he gets a 1, then he's going to get to go first. What happened to us last time? It kind of backfired. No, it's a 2 in the large, so that's what we got the last time. Is it a small 0? Oh, it's a 1. Right, there must be all kind of different, so that's not. So he is going to activate as 1 flight. He's going to get to move first. Yeah, let's just press on. I feel like I know what I'm doing here. It feels strange though. Might need to redo all this once I find out I've done everything wrong. Right, there's no markers on him. There's only 1 flight. So we're going to go engagement at, well, he's within 7, isn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's within 7. He's the only flight within 7. So he is the flight that we're going to be looking at. We're facing that way. We want to try and get up behind him. He can't BVR. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Can he? Well, actually, can he? Has he got the speed? Medium? No, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. It's a fish bed, eh? So, medium, clean. He could get a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can get adjacent to us to initiate air, to engage in air-to-air. So he's going to do that. So he's going to go dash throttle. And he's at medium altitude. He's not moving through anything kind of nonsense. Now, hang on, he wants to drop to low then, because we'd moved to low altitude. Move to enter enemy flight hex at same altitude if able from rear hemisphere if possible. Well, actually, I think he will be, won't he? Because is that not... I don't know. Rear hemisphere, what? See, rear hemisphere. Hemispheres, the 3 forward arcs make up the forward... The 3 rear arcs make up the rear hemisphere. Yeah, because it can be rear beam, but that's still... if it's rear, Grant. Yeah. So we can. So maybe that last time I was able to do that easier. That's just me blundering a bit. Right, let's move that to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4... Well, 5 free turn. And then he's right behind us anyway. Was it not as straightforward as that? He's finishing on a move. Does that matter? I mean, I know he gets one in the max. He would get a max turn marker, but I don't think that affects any combat, does it? Oh, and by the way, I haven't got round to... Obviously, I'm just putting the video together. I've not got round to looking at this little cheeky turn that I might have made coming in. That could affect things, couldn't it? Is it a real big deal? I mean, we could be in this hex, maybe. Maybe I should have looked at it, though. I don't think it's going to be really relevant here. Because if anything, we're going to be closer to that flight, and he's going to be able to get in behind us. It's just, I might have done a turn when I started my bombing run. I think I'd done a free turn. I'm not 100% sure, though. Oh, you could go and look, Grant, because, hang on, I will go and look. Okay, I had a look and actually make the free turn. Now, where's the SAMs there? 1, 2, 3. I move into this hex, and this is where I would start my bombing run, because I'm 3 hexes away, my IP. And what I do is, when I move into that hex, I do a free turn. Sorry, is it this hex? Yeah, sorry, it might be this hex. I move into this hex, and then I do a free turn facing the spine, I think. And that's where my IP is. So I'm not sure if I've actually started my bombing run there or not. I get the feeling that free turn would have been okay. And then I start my bombing run, and I move 1 hex into there and launch. I don't turn there. So I think it's okay. I think I'm okay. But if I'm not, I'm pretty sure it could have been done in another way and it would have been fine. But maybe John can confirm if that bit was alright. Just to keep everybody straight, you know. Okay, so we're leaving that. So I'm setting the MiG-21. Back to the MiG-21. Yeah. So he's set at dash throttle, and he's at medium altitude. He's want to drop to low altitude. He's got a speed of 5 then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now hang on. Yeah, you can't do a free. You can only do a free 30-degree turn at 5. Yeah, I'm getting used to that. Well, I don't think it matters. He's still got him in his sights, isn't he? So, well, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Free turn, 30 degrees, 5. That's better. I'll just do it that way, Grant. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Free 30-degree turn, 5. Yeah, because he's not able to get in the hex anyway. So, yeah, he's dashing along. And he's at... Oh, wow. And one of the hexes he would have dropped to low altitude. He would have made a free... dropped 1 altitude level. And that's that. Okay. Yeah, and he's going to attempt to engage in air-to-air combat. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's keep going because I feel like I know what I'm doing. I just hope that I'm right with that thought. Okay, so here we are again, attempting standard air-to-air engagement. Defender detected. Yes, he is. Within 1 hex, it's the same altitude or one more. He's at the same altitude, he's detected. If not in same hex, attacker has defender and forward heart. Yeah. Undepleted weapon. Yeah. So all good there. So we're going to move to roll again. Now, again, the die roll is going to be the same. Aggression values plus 0, isn't it? Yeah, so no modifiers for the F-21. Sorry, the MiG-21. So yeah, we're needing a 10. Well, he's needing a 10 or greater to get a success with us. So let's see if we can do better this time. 8. Right, so he fails again. Poor die rolling. Yeah, so we get the same. So and again, our modifiers are going to cancel out because we are the target is in our rear hemisphere, so we get a -1 there, and we get a +1 for aggression value. So yeah, it just nullifies itself. So we need a 10 or greater as well. And we've rolled a 16. So now, well, we wanted to initiate combat. So the only thing is he's our rear, so I'm not sure. So we've got, well, the result, or does that mean we don't get the surprise, or what is it? We've got attacker, no. Defender, yes. So defender's choice, but you don't get surprise or a disadvantage. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like you're going to get that in this situation. Okay, well, I don't know. I need to look at, see if I want to do this. Because he is going to get that modifier from coming in behind us. So, and we could just say we don't want this combat and then move round the back of him and get him to where we want to be. Right, hang on. And of course the other thing is we have BVR capabilities and he does not. So thinking about it that way, I'm thinking I probably don't want to initiate combat here. Well, let's look at the charts. So I think we'd move on to the maneuver table here first. Is that right? Oh, it tells you. That was on the back of that, Grant. Maneuver, yeah. If combat commences, proceed to set B. Move the attacking flight into the hex of defender, retaining its heading. Replace generic flight markers, announce disengagement or jettison options. Each side rolls a maneuver table. Yeah, so let's just have a glance at the maneuver table then. So now this is where we don't use this part, we use both of these. And I had got in a muddle with this the first time I'd done it, hadn't I? Because these are modifiers for this. So now do we both roll on this then? We must do it. Yeah. Yeah, I think we both roll on this. Each side rolls a maneuver table. Yeah, I just read that. Why did I not retain that? Okay, so we both roll on this. So let's look at him. Did he climb? No. Zoom climb? No. Mark with maneuver? No. Mark with BVR. So no modifiers. So his maneuver differential as... Now this is the numbers that are... Yeah, it's on the cards, isn't it? But I'd like to think our numbers might be better here. So we're both clean. Well, I guess we are. I don't know when I was able to announce that. Where's it tell you about the multi-roll? Because remember, I jettisoned my Shrike. That's the right one, isn't it? Saint. Yeah, F16. Right, hang on. So, page 14, 8.37, multi-roll aircraft, flights with aircraft designated on ADCs. Well, you know what? I don't need to read this, because it doesn't matter if we are changing our task or not. We're still a clean profile. We don't have any air-to-ground weapons. So I don't need to read this, Grant. And the final sentence says, this task change can occur at any time during a turn once this condition is met. And the condition was jettison all air to ground. Yeah, I've changed my task. We are a cat mission. Yeah, we're good. And the reason I'm checking that obviously is, like I say, I was being daft, because it doesn't matter if we've not changed our task, we're still not laden. It's just these numbers are different. So the maneuver differential, and we're checking for the MiG-21 here. So subtract the enemy subtract the enemy maneuver rating from the flight's maneuver rating. Well, their maneuver rating is at low altitude +5, and ours at low altitude is +8. So they get a -3 modifier there. Is that right? You subtract the 8 from the 5 to get a -3. So I think they have a -3 modifier there. And then the aggression differential, we subtract the enemy aggression value from the flight's aggression value. Well, again, they're getting a -1 because they're not 0, we're on +1. So that's a -4 they're getting just now. Okay? And just moving back here, that was the aggression differential. So that's -4. And then the geometry, okay, that's this bit down here. Now, this is where they are going to hurt us. So, what did I say? We're at -4. So, hang on, we're only looking at an attacker here, aren't we? So, their geometry is the attacker is in the defender's rear or rear beam arc. So, they would get a +1 here. And when it comes to us, we're going to get a -1. Right, I think that's right. So, what did I say? -4. So, they're getting a +1. So, they're -3. That doesn't apply, that doesn't apply, that doesn't apply, that doesn't apply, that doesn't apply. So they're getting a -3 to this roll, and they've got, you know what? They've only got 2 aircraft in the flight. Ooh. And this Soviet doctrine is going to apply. That's even worse for them. So Warsaw Pact flights with 1 or 2 aircraft, which they do have. They have 2 aircraft. Use the 1 column in attacking and air-to-air combat, including BVR. So they're going to use that column instead of that one, which makes it even worse for them. This restriction does not apply to Warsaw Pact flights on the defence, which they're not if we let this flight go, this combat go ahead, or MiG-29 or Su-27s, which they're not as well. They're a MiG-21. So maybe I do want this to happen, because they're going to roll on this column a -3, and we are going to get, well, without looking back at the cards there, I'll just tell you that, obviously this is a, right, hang on, these don't apply, I don't think. We didn't climb, no. The maneuver differential is we're +8, they're +5, so that's +3, and our +1 there, so +4. Our geometry is going to take a -1, that's +3, and none of those apply. And We've got 4 aircraft in the flight. So we're going to roll on that column with a +3. They're rolling on that column with a -3, did I say? I think I probably want this to go then, don't I? Why not just go for it? I think so. I just might get it out of the way and get it happening, really. I mean, we've got a much better chance, to roll with a -3, I mean, the best they could get is a 17, which, if they roll 20, -3, they're going to get 2, that's the number of shots that they'll get. Okay, we'd rather they didn't get any shots, but I mean, there's a good possibility they're going to end up with 0 shots, and it's much better chance for us. Admittedly, it is the roll of dice, right enough, so... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. Yeah, let's just do it. Because I'd like to try and get this finished, because I'm quite keen to, just depending on how much... I mean, I was talking earlier about maybe try to set some other game up. I've got something in mind that I was going to mess about with, but to be honest, I've not got it. I read the rules for it, and I'm kind of struggling to where to go. What I wanted to try and do, you know what? I'll talk about that later, maybe. About what my thoughts are, and maybe bringing a different game to the table. There's a few I've got in mind, but not 100% sure it's my kind of thing. I've tried a little bit. Right, stop that. So we're going to do this, right? So maneuver, move the attacking flight into the hex of the defender, retaining its heading, right? This is 11.3 it shows, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to allow this to happen. He is going to move into the hex, so he's facing the spine. Oops. Yeah. So Zeller's facing the spine. I mean, things might... Oh, yeah. The whole scatter thing, because if we scatter into that hex, that's what happens, isn't it? You get a possible... you'll get AA fire in there, maybe. So we might have that to put up with. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll take our chances. I think some of these things, when you do morale checks, we might have to do as well. All attacking defender fights in air-to-air combat conduct a morale check. Yeah, see, and this might end us... We might regret this, but we'll give it a go. We can only learn from doing stupid things. Right, so we've done that, and now we're just we're just on that table that I was looking at, so I don't think, we're just trying to find the number of shots. We're going to roll on this manoeuvre table. Oops, sorry, that was kind of clumsy. But I don't think we need to... We've already added up the numbers, Grant. So it was a -3, -4, and then they got a +1 back for the geometry. So they're on a -3. So let's just roll for them first. -3, but with Soviet doctrine, we're only rolling on the 1 column. So 2 dice with a -3. Here we go. Rolled 11. I think that's good enough for a nothing. 11 -3 is 8. What we got? Yeah, less than 9 is a nothing. So they're getting no shots, which is exactly what we wanted. And now we're getting I think it's just a +3, isn't it? It's like +3 there, +4, and then we get the -1 for the geometry. So it's a +3, but we're rolling on this column because we've got 4 aircraft. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. So a +3 on the 4 column. 12. That's going to be good enough for something. 12 +3 is 15. I think that's good. 15 to 16. 3 shots. So we're getting 3 shots, he's getting none. So, yeah, that was certainly worthwhile. So now we're on the short resolution. Right, hang on. So short resolution, well, they've got nothing to resolve. So select an undepleted weapon to shoot with, then roll 2 dice, apply modifiers, and consult the table below. Shots are resolved in any order as determined by the players. Shot may be refused based on the results of an earlier shot. Well, the thing, we're the same as them. Our depletion number is 6. Now remember, this is air-to-air, Grant. Can we use our gun? I'm forgetting this is standard air-to-air. This isn't PVR. Flight is one or more additional undepleted weapons, +1. Yeah, we want to use our gun. Because our gun is... Oh, right, hang on, I'll show you. So looking at Saint Flight, this is the F-16s. This is who they're attacking, and we've just got the better of it. If I use my infrared missiles, the bonus I get is a +3. That's a modifier, so that's good. However, the depletion levels are 6, so it means if I roll... and that's just one die roll. So if I roll less than or equal to a 6... And remember, I'm taking 3 shots here as well. So if I use all 3 shots, that'll be a -2 to the die roll as well. Whereas if I use my guns, which I don't think there's a problem with, I still get the +3. It's the same. And my depletion levels are 3. And to be honest... Well, actually, his guns are better than his missiles. How does that work? I mean, if it was him, he would be better using his guns as well. Does it not tell you about the way bot how they choose how they attack? I know I read that somewhere. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's actually in the engagement actions, but it says, if engagement is successful, resolve air-to-air combat, take all possible shots using following priority. Infrared missile, gun, radar homing missile. Oh, maybe. No, it's not. So that is saying that it would shoot with this before this. There must be something I'm missing here. Is there some... Because this gets a +2 modifier and it's less likely to deplete. Right, okay, let me look on the... Hang on. Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's a... This is combat value of selected weapon. And that's the number I told you, like, for the MiG-21, the gun would be better, because he would get a +2 here. Well, yeah, this kind of chart here, this table is a bit... It's a bit random, it's a bit strange because we start with no effect. Well, obviously if you roll less than or equal to 13, it's no effect. So you want to be rolling high. However, you get 1 aircraft damage there, 1 crippled there, 1 shot down there, then 1 damage there. So, and then if you're awful high, if you're greater than equal to 24, it's no effect. So I suppose in some ways... Well, I still think I'd prefer to get a plus modifier to roll on this. You've got the combat value of the selected weapon, and then you've got the flight has 1 or more additional undepleted weapons, and that the guns count for that. And it's only you only got a +1. It's not like if you've got the gun and something else. Don't think so. You just got a +1 for that. And that, I mean, right now, if we used our infrared missile, we would get a 4. But if you used a gun, we would get a 4 as well. But if we were to deplete the infrared missile, we'd be rolling on a 6 or less. If we use the gun, we're rolling on a 3 or less. So it makes total sense to be using the gun, because the modifier is not any different. But I do find that strange about the bot. You know, if I was playing that, I think I might override that one. What do you think about that one, guys? John, you know, would you not, going by the bot rules, it said it would use the infrared missile before the gun here. Surely that's not what you would do. But maybe I'm missing something, so let me know. Okay, but this isn't the bot, this is me getting to decide. So I am going to use my guns, and unless this, maybe I should check my guns and see, maybe there's something to that. Is there some kind of issue with just using guns, maybe? I don't think so, but I might be wrong. Okay, so now we're going to do this one at a time. We've got 3 shots. So our modifiers are +3 for the weapon. That's the combat value, is a +3. And we're using the guns. And then we're going to get a +1 because we do have an infrared missile as well. So we've got a +4 to this die roll. And we're going to roll for our first shot. I've rolled not too bad, a 9. Ooh, no, it needs to be higher than that, Grant. 9 + 4 is 13. Isn't it? Yeah. That's no effect, Grant. So yeah, you do need to get high. Right, okay, well we're going to fire our second shot. 12, that's better. 12 + 4 is 16. Yes, that's very good. 1 aircraft shot down. So he's got 2 aircraft. Yeah, we want to fire the other one, don't we? I mean, if we lose our guns, we've still got our... Yeah, we're going to fire the third shot. Here we go. +4. 13 + 4. 17. Woo! 1 aircraft shot down. So, well, we're sitting sweet. It could still go wrong here, I think. Well, when I say wrong, I mean, it doesn't mean that both aircraft are shot down. We could target the same aircraft here, I think. So we've got, our results are no effect, 1 aircraft shot down, 1 aircraft shot down. So I think the table we need to look at next is on the back. So, yeah, damage allocation table. So... yeah, we're rolling this. We have to roll on this twice because we could end up with the same result, is what I'm meaning, I think. Randomly, if there are multiple results from one combat to apply and a shot down result is rolled, continue to roll in the original column for all result. Yeah, so what we're doing, we're going to roll on the 2 column because that's how the number of aircraft... yeah, that's right. That's right, Grant. This is the defender's number of aircraft. So we're rolling on the 2. But what we could do here is we could roll on this column and shoot down aircraft number 1, right? And then you would think you're rolling that. No, you're rolling this again. So there's a possibility we might shoot down aircraft 1 twice. So it doesn't necessarily mean we're getting both of them. But fingers crossed we still do. So it's 1 die roll. Yeah, okay. And we've got a shot down result. So here's the first roll on the 2 column. I rolled a 10. So that's C2. So if the result is C, allocate result to a crippled aircraft in the flight instead. Attacker's choice. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. We'll no crippled flight. So aircraft 2 is shot down for Zella. Now, we need to roll again, but on that same column, and hopefully we're going to hit aircraft number 1. Because if we hit 2 again, then it means that 1's got away. Right, here we go. On the 2 column, I rolled a 9. That's going to be 2. Urgh. Okay. Well, you can see I wanted to roll low there, didn't I? Right, so... yeah, so he's got 1 aircraft left. Okay. That's fine, though. Well, I could have just ended the scenario right there and then, but... Right, so they never got any shots on us, so there's no need for us to be doing any rolling for them. Like I say, we'll skip by that anyway, and damage allocation, whatever. So I've marked off that their flight number 2's been hit. It's been shot down. And by the way, that's another 2 points for us. Oh, we need to do... Oh, well, I think that's later. We need to do bailout. It's on this chart on the inside, isn't it? Yeah, bailout comes later. So we're on the morale step. So that's where we are here. Now, we've both got to do this. Now, this is a bit that could cause us a bit of an issue. So we both roll on this, don't we? 13.1. All attack and defendant flights in air combat conduct a morale check after combat has been resolved, even if no shots occurred by either side. Okay. So conduct a morale check, roll 2 dice, consult the morale check table, modify rolls indicated by damage loss modifiers only for aircraft damage or loss, and then just resolve combat. Refer to the column for standard air combat, BVRA as appropriate. Apply the results, including possible jetson check, reduce the flight's aggression. But should we not have checked for depletion before this? Yes, we should. I'm sure I've done that before. Like, I'm trying to follow this. It's a shame. Well, could I not have opened it up? Is it not? Well, I suppose some of the stuff's on that side and some of the stuff's on the other side. So, yeah, fair enough. But, yeah, I forgot again. Because that should have been... We should have had shot resolution, then check for depletion, then damage allocation. It's not going to matter, but I'll do it now. It wouldn't have affected the damage allocation, shall we say. So depletion is check for weapon depletion, referring to depletion numbers. Well, we used our gun, so depletion number is 3, but we modify it by -1 per shot taken after the first. Well, we took 3 shots, so that's a -2. And if we don't want to see a 1 or less, right? So -2, and yeah, we want a high number here. So here we go. 10. That's high number. Okay, we're good. So 10 -2 is 8. That is above the depletion number. We're all good. Right, so then we would have moved on to damage allocation. I've done that. Now we move on to morale. Okay, so morale check. Well, we'll just do it for them first, because we both have to go through this. This is what we're going to roll on. This is the column we're using. This affects our aggression value, and that's the result. So, modifiers. Aggression value, well, he's a 0. Had surprise, no. Disadvantage, no. +1 per enemy aircraft damage, cripple, shot down. He never even got any shots off. -1 per friendly aircraft damage, cripple, shot down. So he's getting a -1 because we shot down one of his aircraft. Flight is disengaging. Would he have maybe done that? Could he have done that? The standard area prior to the maneuver rolls. No, because that's before you maneuver roll. I get the feeling the bot probably doesn't do any of that anyway, but I might be wrong. Bot flights attempt to disengage if disordered or aborted. Well, there you go. It makes sense, because that's obviously detrimental to them. Right, so I don't think any of that's applying. Right, so what did I say? They had a -1? Yeah, so a -1. We're rolling 2 dice on this one. Yeah, so let's just do it. And we're looking at this column here. 8. So 8 -1 is 7. So 6 to 8. Yeah, you want a high yeah, you do want a high roll here, don't you? So 6 to 8 is aggression value of -2 and a disordered state. So, right, aggression value -2. So I'm going to mark that off on his chart. So he went from 0 to -2. And he's disordered. Tells you a bit. description of it down there, an explanation. Jettison check is above. Adjust aggression values indicated. Well, I've done that kind of out of order, I suppose. Flight is disordered. Flight's in the defensive wheel, break formation. There's none of that. Remove defensive wheel counter and scatter the flight. So he's going to scatter as well. Okay, well, flights is disordered. That's 13.11. We'll look at that in a minute. Jettison check, though. So each aircraft in flight rolls to see if it jettisons all its air to ground or not. Oh, I don't think it's got any anyway, is it? No. Yeah, so it's not going to jettison. It is going to adjust its aggression value down to -2, so that's good. And then we just need to check what the disordered state. I seem to remember that's pretty bad, isn't it? Flights that become disordered are noted as... I'll show you this bit. Yeah, I'm sure I seem to recall saying I wasn't going to show rules and charts and all that nonsense. Well, to be honest, I need to look at it myself. I think I said this already. I'm looking for a disorder marker here. Flights that become disordered are noted as such on the flight log. Optionally mark the flight with a disordered marker. Well, that could be tricky at the moment, but you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm just going to put it on the card here just now, because once he scatters, I think they're going to end up in different hexes. So I can then put it on it. So we'll use the counter, because I don't think there's anything on that. You know, you've got these, these that use the pen and rub it off. There's nothing to say on that. There's nothing I can really write on. So I'll just use the wee, the wee chat. Disordered flights cannot enter defensive wheels and immediately leave such upon becoming disordered. They may not visually detect, radar search, initiate air-to-air combat. Yeah, they're totally screwed, aren't they? This has happened to us the last time, and we realised, alright, I can't do anything unless I go and try and land. And then they can't make air-to-ground attacks. Modifiers apply to engagement and air-to-air combat. But we've still to roll on that morale chart as well, so we could end up in this state as well. Flights can recover from disorder in the admin phase. Disorder flights roll 2 dice and add their aggression value. Well, theirs is now a -2. And then modify the roll by +8 if in or adjacent to a rally point. On a final 20 or more, remove the disordered status. So it's right, not easy at all to get out of disordered. Do not roll for disordered if the flight was attacked by a SAM or AA that turn, engaged in air-to-air combat that turn. So we're not going to roll for the removal of it this turn anyway. And then, well, the scatter bit, is that chart underneath here still? No. Where did I put it? Scatter bit is going to happen next. Scatter's after morale check, so I'll need to do my morale check first. So, right, so he's disordered and took a -2 hit to his morale. So back to, a -2 hit to his aggression. So back to the morale check for us. We're going to have a better modifier, aren't we? Oh yeah, because we've got aggression as well. So we've got a +1 for our aggression. That doesn't apply. Per enemy aircraft damage shot down. We shot down 1, so that's a +1. We never lost any. So we've got a +2 on this, so slightly better chance. We want it high, don't we? Yeah, we want it high. Well, +2. 11. +2 is 13. It's not high enough. So 9 to 14. So our aggression value is -1. We're disordered as well. Damn. Oh well. What am I wanting? Yeah, we've got a knocked our aggression value, so that's going to take us down to 0. That's a Saint flight, isn't it? And yeah, we're also disordered. So I'll put that up there on our card as well. I'm getting the feeling that this is going to mean that the end of the mission, I think. But because, well, I mean, I guess he could go back and try and land get to the orbit point, which is a rally point, and try and recover, but I don't know. So, and again, well, we didn't have any ordnance air to ground either, did we? No, because we had already jettisoned. So no jettison check. We've adjusted our aggression value, and we are disordered as well. So, okay. Okay, so now we move on to scatter. After standard air-to-air combat morale checks, flights scatter from their hex. Roll a die for each flight in the combat and follow instructions and scatter diagrams. If instructed to descend an altitude band and the flight is on the deck, do not descend further. If forced to scatter off map or into a mountain hex while on the deck, keep rolling until legal move result occurs. Scatter not applicable to attacking flights conducting a slash attack and defending flights either disengaging or on the defensive wheel. So I think that's the benefit to one of the benefits to disengaging. But so we're going to roll one die depending on if it's facing the spine of the hex or the side of the hex. Okay, so for Zeller flight, right, he's facing the spine of the hex, and so we're going to roll one die and turn and move the flight to the indicated hex. If the roll is odd, the flight descends an altitude band. If the roll is even, the flight stays at current altitude. So turn and move the flight to the indicated hex. Right, so he's facing the spine. So, well, I'll show you. That's that one there. So let's see what we get. I rolled a 6. So you can see it's this hex here. So he's going to turn and move into that hex. Is that right? Turn and move the flight into the indicated hex. Okay. So yeah, so he's gonna end up in that where that low altitude counter, isn't it? Is that right? He's gonna turn. Yeah. And that was an even roll, so he stays at his altitude. Okay, so he's staying at low altitude and moving in there like that. And he's disordered. No, I'll put it up there. I prefer it. Right, now Saint is facing the hex side, so he's got a slightly, he's rolling on the other one. So let's roll one die for him. He's facing the hex side. We rolled a 5. That's straight ahead. So he's coming in beside us then. Is that a problem? Well, he's also going to. That's an odd roll. So he's going to drop altitude. He's going to drop to deck, isn't he? Right. So my disordered. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it on the cards actually, because he's going straight into this hex as well. I'll just set them like that, and they're both at low altitude. No, that's wrong, because he's going to drop to deck. So Saint is at deck. You know what? That I could get confused by that as well. I've got him underneath. Yeah, that should be alright. I was going to put them on the cards as well. But Saint's at deck, so he's underneath Zeller, who's at low. That makes sense, eh? Okay, and but they are both disordered. Okay, so that was a scatter. So is there anything else to do? Markers detect. Place maneuver markers. Mark disordered. Aborts with mark disordered. Remove any acquisition. BVR avoid. Yeah, bailout. Roll for bailouts for any aircraft shot down. Then mark off 1 fuel point for each flight that engaged in standard air-to-air. So yeah, that also takes that. Now who dashed? He's going to lose an air fuel as well. That was Zeller, wasn't it? Yeah, because he made the move. I'm going to put that on his card then, because that's going to cause confusion as well. What was I doing next? Bailouts, yeah. So in the hex, which was, where were we? We were both in this hex, weren't we? You know what? It's going to be on the good side of the front for him again. But we do need to roll. Where's bailouts? About 26.1. I think it's on the play somewhere, but 26.1. Just can't remember what it is. Well, if it's a 10, something happens. On a 5 or more, the crew member bails out. So a 4 or less. So let's see if we can. What's going to happen to the pilot? Oh, it's a 3, so that's a killed in action, isn't it? On a roll of 4 or less, the crew member fails to survive. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I can mark that, but well, there's no parachute anyway. So hopefully we'll remember that, because I think we get a victory point for that. As grim as it sounds. Enemy crew member killed or captured, we get 1 point for that. So I don't know how to mark it anyway. And then after the bailout, we mark off a fuel point for each flight. Now remember, Zeller's going to lose another point because he dashed as well, so I'm assuming that is cumulative. This is Saint, isn't it? That's him down. He's only got 2 more fuel points left. Zeller has still got 4, but he's about to lose another 1. And yeah, that's that. So I think that's air-to-air combat finished. All their movement was finished. Yeah, he didn't have movement points left anyway. Yeah, I think we'd still been able to use them actually. If he did, I think he could probably then move on. Well, I'll just put 1 counter on top. They're done. No. Well, no, it's just him that's done, isn't it? We've not moved. No, we've not moved. It was him that made the move, so I'm assuming, unless that counts as doing something. Well, I think I've still got a movement phase. I might be wrong though. Let me know if I'm not getting that right, and maybe because we had an air-to-air combat, that's me done something. It just says flights move in initiative order. During movement, flights may engage enemy air units. Yeah, I think we've still got our turn to come, haven't we? Bear in mind, we're both disordered, so we both cannot now initiate air-to-air combat. So, I don't know if we just wrap things up there and just call it now, but there's possible potential for him to. He's got an orbit point just here, and the orbit point counts as a rally point, so he could potentially reach there and try and rally his disordered off him. I mean, for that matter, we could try. Well, our orbit points are way back here, though. They're a bit too far. Although, hold on. The airfields were. Yeah, that was brought to my attention, wasn't it? Something to do with the friendly airfields. Did they count as rally points? Or, oh no, I could land. Yeah, but that takes like so many turns to do it. There's no point in me trying to do that. Yeah. I'm not really sure if it's worthwhile carrying on or not, or if we just, no, I've got to give him the opportunity to maybe do that. But we're moving. I mean, his next turn would be turn 8, and he's going to move. He's not going to reach there. Turn 9, he'll reach there, then try and do that. Turn 10, he'll try and go back onto his flight path, I guess. And you know what? We're just going to like head west. I don't think we need to. We've got 3, 6, 9. No, 3, 6, 12 points. 14, 16, 18 points because we've shot down 3, and 1 crewman got killed in action. That's 19. Oh, we were looking for 20 points, weren't we? 20 plus for a decisive victory. Yeah, we were quite close to that. We got 2 shot down results as well. If we'd just come up with shooting the first rather than twice on the second aircraft. Yeah. So I suppose, but yeah, we've not got time to go and do that. I'll tell you something though. Cobra could turn around. Cobra could turn around and maybe go for him with his guns. Yeah, maybe. Right, well, you know what? I'm at 56 minutes there. I need to stop now for a bit because I need to go and eat. I've been kind of carried away with this. It's been good. I've enjoyed it, yeah. So I'll maybe just put this together just now. Not sure if I will come back. Yeah, it's a shame it's not finished because I was kind of hoping I could finish it and then maybe look at the next scenario and start getting it set up and whatever. Because, talking about other games on other tables, I need to start reading up rules and I'm not in the mood for that. Okay. Right, I'll cut this part just now like this. And if I don't get back to things, and maybe John Brown might actually say, look, you should just stop the scenario now anyway because nothing more is going to happen. He might be able to tell me more straightforward that, you know, if we decide to run away from him, he's got to go back there, get his disordered off him, and then come and get us. And by that time, we're going to run out of turns. If we are happy to accept, unfortunately, it's only 19 points, I think. 3, 6, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, it's 19 points. But I'm happy. I don't need a decisive victory. You know, just the victory will do me. But you can see it was quite close to that. But then again, we could, like I say, turn Cobra around and say, look, let's go and get... Nah, I'd rather move on to the next scenario if it was all about that. But I'll see, because I'm not sure I'll get back to this tonight, so I might let and then put it together, get it uploaded, and then John might say, well, you're not going to get the chance to do anything else anyway by the time things happen. But if I do, well, that's only been the activation of the Warsaw Pact, so we've got 3 flights to act. We've got 3 flights to move. So that's where we're sitting. So I'll just put that turn marker over on that side, and yeah, I might come back and do that, or I might not. Anyway, whatever, I'll be back with the next scenario if I do decide to just put this away. But I will be back with something. Anyway, right, I better take a break for now. Okay, cheers.